This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of AI, the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we finished the game by choosing the incorrect, well, I don't know if I'd say incorrect, but the different path, where we focused more on Iris than the actual overall plot, despite us, you know, we were tied to the plot, but it was like more focused on her than the actual murder mystery. So now we're back after finishing the Somnium, but Mizuki was given a nice picture to remember her and her family instead of turning her mute for a while. So let's see what this story has to offer.
I'm gonna hit Date over the head with that.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to show it.
What? Where did that come from?
Yeah, you need some psychological therapy after this. You're prone to violence. But yeah, we're hopefully through this path. Obviously, it's gonna probably be just as long as the previous one, but this will probably be more normal, like a normal murder mystery to a point. Obviously, more than just random secret organizations and stuff like that. But they'll be.
Date, look, it's a Braun tube.
Brown tube.
Braun, Ferdinand Braun, inventor of the cathode ray tube.
I can't get my head around that one.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that. CRTT, some people are obsessed with these. Well, like Ava, apparently. There's some indigenous jewelry from New Guinea. I think this is called a kodake, or kodaka, or whatever. Why does Pewter have random jewelry like that? Well, I mean, obviously in this playthrough, we have to ignore what was learned on the other path. Although, or do we? I mean, the character will never actually mention it. But I assume you have to play all paths. Like I said before, I assume you have to play all the paths to get, like, the bigger picture. So maybe he does, sort of, in the back of his mind, remember it, or maybe we as the viewers are supposed to remember it, you know? Pewter's staying with hands in his pockets. Yeah, it looks like... Let's see... But I have noticed going through the game, I did go through the game off screen just to kind of check some things, and I have noticed have been a few things I've missed over the course, and it's mainly been descriptions and stuff like that.
Can I pop this cherry?
Date, you sounded quite proud of that pun. Perhaps you'd like to repeat it?
No thanks. It's not the same as the first time.
Well, yeah, and you know what they say about jokes and puns. If you have to repeat it again, it's not a very good joke or pun. Hey, at least on this path, we finally get to see Boss again. She kind of disappeared from the plot after a point.
What's inside this?
Sometimes a cleaning lady is hiding inside.
That's disturbing.
Is that supposed to be referencing like a movie or something? Maybe. I don't exactly get it. Maybe I'm aware of it to an extent. But yeah, Boss kind of like she last time she called us, and at least in the other path, she called us to chase down the criminal, and then that was it. And then we thought she might have been a working against the organization, or at least everyone else thought. I knew Boss would never betray us. Never. Boss is staring at Mizuki. All right, let's start talking to everyone. This is what you're all here for. About Somnium.
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. But this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The syncer is merely the audience.
I think we've heard this before because of I remember that explanation, so it's probably the same as if you choose to save Mizuki the different way, so...
Pewter, who do you think the culprit is?
Well, let's see. Perhaps... it was you, Special Agent Date.
What?
I'm kidding.
That would be silly. Bet that figure I saw.
No, that. I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
Most likely someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's Somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person. Of course, not everything we see in our dreams looks exactly the same as it did in the real world. You saw some strange things in Somnium earlier, didn't you, Date? That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in reality. Dreams are a collage of many memories, intertwining and blending with each other. Your skills as a sinker allow you to untangle those dreams and solve mysteries no one else can.
And yeah, for those who maybe forgotten, like, the dream sequence, it was the merry-go-round, and instead of seeing Iris's dead body as we would in the other path, we saw the body walking away from the scene. So as you can already tell, there's already more of a tie into the mystery of the murder than previously, because at some point we just got obsessed with the Iris's death and instead of anything, which seemed, I mean, yeah, it sucks that she died, but it seemed like it just preoccupied most of our things, which ended up getting that ending. So as I appear on the Somnium. Oh, this might be a repeat of a previous dialogue.
Aiba is linked to your brain with an artificial nerve. To put it more simply, Aiba is a part of your brain. During syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's Somnium. Part of Aiba's self is also synced, but only a part. Not all of Aiba's functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Aiba is so dumb.
Don't call me dumb.
Well, if the, if the shoe fits, Ben Aiba's appearance, it is a little odd.
Hey, Pewter, when we were in Somnium earlier, Aiba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Aiba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
What part of that was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Aiba's broken. She's talking crazy.
I am not broken.
Perhaps Aiba admires the human form.
It's not that. It was just a little something. I consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy?
You just want to make waifu wife material for the game, for the internet. That's all you made that for. Because wouldn't if it was to please Date, wouldn't the figure be a little bit more fully formed, if you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I mean, from Date's discussions, we know what he likes. Anyway, let's talk to the boss, the best character. Thoughts on the suspect?
How would I know? We still don't have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent.
Well, thanks for the prep talk, I guess. About Mizuki's muteness? Wait, she doesn't have that.
Yeah, I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her. Well, you meaning you and Aiba.
The boss has extraordinary perception. I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
All you did was follow my instructions.
Date, Mizuki needs you. Protect her.
But I'm not even her dad, dude. Yeah, I know the whole, you don't have to be blood to be a family, but the dad is still around. It's just I'm just there as a peacekeeper, placeholder. If you know what I mean. Do you have any questions for me?
Right, there was something. Hey, Mizuki. When we found you, you were holding the ice pick, right? Can you tell us why?
When I got there, the ice pick was stuck in my mom's eye. I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was I had to get it out.
So you panicked and pulled it out?
Yeah.
And you held on to it when you hid in the column?
Yeah.
Which we learned a bit of this on the other path eventually, but now this is about what I saw in Somnium.
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the sinker sees in Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all recorded.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
Anyway, we know about the figure you saw. I wonder who that could be.
Well, we can't solve it now because that would end the mystery. You know, we've only got just started.
One more question. This is very important. When you pulled out the ice pick, was Shoko's eye still there?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye socket was empty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mizuki. That was very helpful.
Law shines in moments like this. She doesn't hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye.
When we got to the scene, it was definitely missing.
And it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore conclude it has been removed from the scene.
Well, spoilers who haven't watched The Other Path, we have a pretty good idea that she was shoved into the alternate sync machine. That I don't know how it works on this path, if it's still the same concept or if it's slightly different, but we know that there's another sync machine, and if you get shoved up into it, you have to do something to the eye to actually turn on the machine, or at least to the person getting synced to, and so usually it means having to pop out the eye, if not rip it out completely. So, but we don't know that in this path, but I just thought I'd give you a heads up. She's lying there. She seems to be doing okay, but she's got that gloomy look in her eyes. I sympathize with her until she threatens us with violence. Last night she saw her mother. Well, she saw what no kid should ever have to see. It will take a while for her to get back to normal. Yeah, she seems fine. How are you doing?
I told you I'm fine. So annoying.
I annoyed you already, huh?
The pressure is annoying.
What pressure?
Force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
I see she is back to her usual self. Her attitude is within normal parameters.
I think I liked her better when she was silent.
You and me both, Date. Are you hungry?
I'm fine now. But I didn't forget your promise.
I promise?
Ramen. You said you'd take me.
So you heard that, huh?
Aphonia only affects speech. Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure, Mizuki. When we're all done here.
Well, she's smiling. How nice, I guess. Who sent you the now message? Swear to me!
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
That's not a reason. You were at the scene of the crime because of that Nile message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime suspect.
I don't think she is going to answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk. That's the kind of girl she is.
Sometimes I think you know her better than I do.
How long do you think I've been observing her?
It's been 4 years now.
Correct. I know things that even you do not know.
Like? Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
By the way, we already looked into Mizuki's cell phone. Unfortunately, the contents were wiped.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
Aren't there ways, like, even if a phone's wiped, aren't there ways to actually still find the remnants of a message? Like, just because you wipe something, unless you hit it with a magnet or something, it doesn't remove every single bit of data on it. I mean, it does take a while to gather that type of info, but you think with a futuristic place like this, you think we'd be able to, that technology would have been improved by then. But whatever, for the purpose of a mystery, and to be surprised later on, she won't tell us what she needs to do, even though it's a murder mystery, and it'll help us possibly find out who killed her mom. But no, go ahead, be quiet. Be quiet. So, you know, just yeah.
Say, Mizuki, who was that figure I saw?
What?
In Somnium, in your dream, I saw a silhouette.
Date, Mizuki would not understand the question. She does not experience Somnium as you do. You are witnessing a dream inside her brain.
Well, it never hurts to ask. You never know. Maybe they had something in the back of their head caused them to remember. But anyway, about that figure I saw.
Never mind. Did you see anyone at the merry-go-round the night you found Shoko?
I did. I saw someone in the corner past the merry-go-round.
Who did you see?
I don't know. It was dark and raining. They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was open a little bit, so I snuck in.
Oh, guys, sometimes when it throws me off when the game just all of a sudden just goes into, like, you think something's gonna, like, keep going on or whatever. Yeah, summarize it for me, boss mama.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene, but she didn't get a good look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed. Date, could you return to the scene of the crime? There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
You guys just want to keep reusing the same asset, don't you? Mizuki is lying in the chair. Like a fool! Alright, let's go back to Bloom Park, see what we missed, I guess. At least we don't have the annoying Iris character hanging around with us. Because she's dead. Or, no, she's still alive. She's not dead yet. I have a pretty good idea who the mystery everything is. Because if you play the alternate path, then you pretty much have a pretty good idea. But you don't want to take everything at face value because like the parallel world ID and everything, so it might not be exactly the same. But you can get the gist of it. When I returned to the scene, I brought Mizuki with me. I saw a suspicious figure in Somnium, but I couldn't be sure of its exact location. I brought Mizuki along to help pin it down.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yep.
Well, time to... Whoa. It's slower than usual. At least it feels slower. A bench. Ferris wheel. The eye that doesn't blink. All eyes blink. Unless you're Robert Pattinson or whatever. Looks like a sad overturned insect. If Robert Patterson or Patson or something like that in a Terminator 2, he learned to in Tokyo even the nighttime is bright, even the patch of sky I can't see the stars. That's the problem with living in cities. Anyway, he learned to not blink during his scenes when he's playing the Liquid Terminator or whatever to give up a more creepy vibe. It was excellent. Oh, a UFO. No, wait, that's a plane. Boss, the plane, the plane. Oh, a UFO. No, wait, that's a drone. Oh, a UFO. No, wait, just a grandma. Grandma? That's grandma. That grandma's booking it through the night sky. It must be really, really tired. There are no stars tonight. Done with that line of questioning. Yeesh. Kabasaki District. Nope, that's the same. I just gotta remember what I've described before, so I can just kind of go through it as quick. Okay, that's probably what we're supposed to check because that's where we saw it in the Vision 2 or Somnium or whatever. Okay. Mizuki is looking behind the bush. Do you remember anything?
Yeah, I do.
What do you remember?
I went to this amusement park when I was little. I was 4. I remember it so clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile. I had so many happy memories here. The only happy memories I really have are from here. Memories of my family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom...
What was I going to say? I was going to say something during a conversation there. Crap. It's one of those things where you're trying to listen to the conversation, but you don't want to interject because you want it to be a flowing thought, you know, but whatever. Are you cold?
What do you care?
Are you cool?
You never cared about me, ever. And I liked it that way. I don't want you getting close to me. You think I like you now because I hugged you after the sink? Did you think, aw, how sweet, she likes me? Don't get it twisted. I only hugged you because you were standing right in front of me. Could have been anything. Could have been a pole or a cactus. In fact, I wish it were a cactus. So stop worrying about me, okay?
So she says.
The tsundere is strong in this one. I sense it, I do. I was thinking on this pathway, I bet the hanger-on in this pathway is Mizuki, while on the other pathway it's Iris. So basically you decide on the lesser two evils. Who you think is the lesser two evils is up to you, viewers. What's wrong?
Nothing. Just wondering where this goes.
Well, too bad we're not looking at that. Mizuki's looking to the bush, or maybe behind it? Oh, we weren't able to choose the other option for some reason. Okay, I didn't expect the questioning line to stop all of a sudden, but alright.
Aiba, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
A subway?
It has of course closed down. It is no longer in service. This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago. The surrounding district of Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits. Bloom Park closed for the same reason, as did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
Sucks for people who lived in there, that's for sure.
The subway. Aiba, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
Correct.
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
Railroad crossing. Railroad crossing?
Aiba, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm just thinking.
I've got something. I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night. A black SUV. I ran the plate through the vehicle registration database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father. Renju Okiura.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I can't prove it was Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah.
But, in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, he could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Either way, I have to talk to Renju. And you can help me find him.
Well, I mean, if we've already played the other pathway, I have a pretty good idea what's going on, but I'll try to be quiet just to pretend my surprise. Anyway, let's check out the car. Gear shaft, glove box, central control, the wheel, the dashboard. Alright, I forgot the car didn't have as much description in it, so, alright. Well, that was fast. Mizuki is sitting in the passenger seat. She's trying to act tough, but I can tell she's nervous. Well, if you're having trouble now, you're gonna be having trouble for quite a while in life, kid. About that suspicious figure?
Hey Mizuki, tell me again. The person you saw at the merry-go-round.
No, it wasn't Daddy. I know it wasn't.
You're sure?
Well, I don't know.
You're sure to not be sure. Well, looks like you want to say something. Spit it out!
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone who thinks my daddy is a killer.
Look, I don't want to believe it either. I've known him for more than 5 years now. He's like family to me.
I never want to put cuffs on him. I would never want Mizuki to see that. Anyway, Renju just isn't the kind of guy who would commit a crime with this. anyone can commit a crime. It just takes the right motivation, that's all. Or set of circumstances. Is that the now message?
Mizuki, Renju sent you that now message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology. Got some help from them.
Bad personality.
There was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does this sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah, that was it. It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me? I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals in a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
I'd rather prefer... What was it? Crap, I was good. Oh, she was saying Aiba having a bad personality. I prefer Aiba's personality to a lot of characters in the game, frankly. Anyway. But the now message?
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message. Someone else must have used his phone. And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it. The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
Oh, sorry. I keep stopping and like it just stops on a dime when it comes to finishing a topic or whatever. And I was just like, it just keeps throwing me off. Like I expect it to flow a bit better, but we already know what Renju's doing or why he divorced his wife and all this other stuff. I mean, if you played the other path, but I'm trying to keep a stiff lip on this. When was the last time you saw your dad?
I think about a week ago. When I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very unusual.
Very strange indeed, Captain. When was the last time you spoke to him?
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
And he didn't pick up?
No.
Date, incoming call from the boss.
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Aiba. Renju is a suspect?
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our #1 suspect. He's been acting strange since last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning. He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
Well, sounds like your dad's a murderer, kiddo. Who wants cake? I can see Boss through my left eye. Aiba is streaming the image in real time. I don't have a cell phone, never cared for them. But Aiba can connect to any network in range. That's how I'm able to communicate with HQ. Isn't technology fun? To Mizuki, I look like I'm talking to a Bluetooth. She doesn't see what I see. Creepy. It's like the. Have you ever talked to, or ever seen people talk to their Bluetooth in the middle of a store and you can't see the headset? It sounds like they're crazy people, which they might be crazy people. Why'd you release it then?
So Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him.
Well, at least it keeps to keep liberties safe and all that other stuff, but it is definitely inconvenient for murder mysteries specifically. Not in real life, but any idea where Renju is?
No, I told you he vanished. Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother. I had local cops search the place. They didn't find anything.
Where could he be?
I don't know. Oh, we could just hang up. Who'd want to hang up on the boss so early? About Renju's questioning?
He didn't give us
about his alibi?
Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time, but that means no one can back up his story.
Very convenient. Alright, bye, boss.
Alright, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too. Keep me in the loop.
Where the hell did Renju go?
Sun poke?
What?
Sun poke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
I found it. Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast. In Akihabara.
Sunfish Pocket, Saturday, 10:20 p.m. What will we find inside Sunfish Pocket? Will we be able to find out where Renju is going and help with this mystery as well as deal with Mizuki? Or will we just stare at the lady's bones for quite a while? Find out next time in the next episode of AI, the Somnium Files. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.